Welcome to the Gamer and the Weeb podcast, the only podcast that has already chosen their side in the next console war. I'm your host, Ryan, here with my co-host, Fondilio. What's going on, dude? What are we doing?
So today we're going to be talking about the PS5 showcase of all the games that they released, and just letting you know, we are the PS5 team. Xbox didn't really catch my attention, but it's all about PS5 this year. I think they're taking another dub, if I'm being honest. But this video is going to be special because we have a special guest, as you could tell from the title of the video. His name is
Chadoy, hi.
It's Chadoy.
Just call me Chad.
What's going on,
God,
Chad?
it'd be so weird if you guys refer to me as Chadoy in real life. I would not like that at all.
What are you talking about? That's literally what I refer to you as.
Oh, is that what you do? I don't even notice it. Okay, I guess it wouldn't be weird.
We used to work somewhere, and I would call him over the loudspeaker, be like, Chadoy, call me at this number.
I remember that.
Before we get into this video, Chad, what is your thoughts on the PS5 and the whole Xbox war that's going on right now?
To be honest, I never really cared for the console war too much. I mean, I'm not trying to flex or anything, but I kind of have each one of them. But what is it called? I don't know. I see no reason in getting an Xbox ever. If you have a PC, it's a console you get because all your friends have it. That's really it. There's no real game on there that I have any real interest for.
You know, that is kind of true, because I remember seeing a video that's saying about how the Xbox is declining, because if you think about it, each year when they come with a new Xbox, their exclusives are just the same games. Just a different number, like Halo 6, you know,
Yeah.
or hey, a new Gears of War game, and then I'm pretty sure people are just tired of that already. Like, dude, give us new shit, which is the reason why PlayStation, I think, has the upper edge again this year, is because, you know, they're actually making more unique games. So like we're gonna list them as we go on, but I think that's the reason why. I mean, the Switch has Breath of the Wild, they have you know, the Mario games, Odyssey. PlayStation had God of War, you know,
Spider-Man.
Horizon, Spider-Man. And then the Xbox just had their Halo and Gears of War again.
Well, and the crazy thing is, I think Halo 5 wasn't even an Xbox exclusive. It's like the only one that wasn't an Xbox exclusive, which is crazy because that was their whole thing, their whole cash cow.
Where else was it? It was on the PlayStation or the PC?
I think it was
PC as well.
PC, yeah.
Oh, yes, the thing. Most Xbox games are now on the PC. So, like, if you have a PC, there's really no point in getting an Xbox. Dude, all their exclusives are so boring. Gears of War got old real fast. I never had an interest for that. In my opinion, it's kind of boring. Halo 3 was fun though back in the day, but after that, goodness,
it
dude.
was only fun because you could play with your boys, you know? Like when you think when you think back and sit down, like, because everyone talks about how like the Xbox 360 was way better than the PS3. And if you really sit down and think about it, it was only because everyone had an Xbox 360 and those games were only fun because you were playing it with your boys, you know? The only reason I consider Halo 4 good is because me and my buddy would just play it all the time.
Wasn't online play free on the PS3 too?
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure. Oh my, my goodness, dude. Xbox kind of just ruined it by charging a monthly fee for Xbox Live.
True.
You know?
And then I do agree with you with, I think if you're gonna get an Xbox, just get a PC instead, because I know there's people like, oh, okay, but you're spending like over here like $2,000 on a PC, you know, for a decent one. I'm like, well, maybe, but like, it's gonna last you a while. Like, that's gonna exceed all the, you know, upcoming next gens that's coming out. I mean, like, even with the PS5 and Xbox, there's still people who be like, nah, I got a PC.
PC overlords.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The PC masters, as we used to call.
Listen,
we called it.
If Henry Cavill, The Witcher / Superman plays PC, I play PC.
Yeah, like,
dude, that guy is freaking hot.
I was like, oh, so Xbox or PlayStation? And he's like, PC, and then like it stops and it has a glasses and he goes, PC Chad.
Yeah, that guy is so hot. Oh my gosh.
He's my freaking wallpaper on my phone, dude. He's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
My girlfriend gets mad because my home screen is him and my lock screen is actually you, Chad. So it gets a little awkward
is it?
sometimes. Yeah,
This is great news.
It's the one I took the other day when we were on FaceTime.
Oh my gosh, man, that's ugly. Can't believe you. No, but I think what's it called? These these consoles right now, they're actually a pretty good value. 4K, 120 FPS. I think that's pretty good. You know, you have to build a pretty beefy PC to get anywhere near those that performance. So that's pretty I think that's a solid W for Xbox as well with their $300 Xbox. And
Yeah,
it's coming out
that is
like
true.
1440, whatever, 120 FPS. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it
You
is. I
know?
mean, cause I did see a video, cause I know that Xbox, of course, the PC company, their Xbox, I think it's a bit more powerful than the PlayStation. But then again, the guy I was watching, the Act Man, you guys should look up, he's really good. He was saying, yeah, it's better, but but the thing is,
What are you gonna play on there?
yeah, like you're just gonna play Gears and Halo again, so might as well just get a PC and just play that on there, and you'll probably play even better on the PC. He was like, but like think about it. I was like, would you? He's like, yeah, more powerful, but it does not have the better games though to have fun with the specs.
That's what. And if you're on a budget though, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're just a casual gamer, you don't really care for the PCs. I think these are pretty solid.
My uncle asked me last Christmas. He was like, "Oh, I'm trying to buy my son a video game console, like his first console. What console should I get him? The Xbox or PlayStation?" And I definitely told him. I was like, "Look, I've played Xbox my whole life, but they did not win this last console war." I was like, "The PlayStation is a far better system. In my opinion, it has a more comfortable controller and the better games. I mean, in my opinion, they even look better. Like I have Red Dead 2 for the Xbox, and my brother has Red Dead 2 for the PS4, and when I watch him play it, I'm like, man, why does his shit look better than mine?"
On the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, that is the PS4, because I think that was when they're actually like neck to neck. But I think this year again, I think PlayStation is gonna demolish Xbox again, unless Xbox comes out with some awesome exclusives. But pray for that.
I mean, honestly, having Spider-Man come to be an exclusive on the PlayStation, that's already just a huge win. Yeah. Like honestly, Xbox can't top that, man. Spider-Man, Are you kidding me?
That's true.
And this next one looks so good, actually.
Yeah, it does. Because my only problem with the Spider-Man game was because it was too short of a story. And
really?
For me, I mean, I think I beat it in a day and a half. I think I beat the game. But then I was playing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. What were you doing? Were you on there nonstop? Because I think it took me a week to beat it.
I was. I was playing nonstop. I mean, I only beat the story. Like I don't really do the side stuff because I know like I had a friend who actually did 100% this whole thing, and I don't even think it took him even that long either.
Huh, okay, yeah, I did a lot of exploring. I did a lot of the like whenever like random events, and there were these people.
Amazing.
The web slinging was my favorite part of that game.
Oh yeah.
Like, it just really made you feel like freaking Spider-Man.
It made you feel like Spider-Man. Have you heard that meme going around? Every company that reviewed that game just said it makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Well, because the funny thing is the Avengers game came out 2 weeks ago or a week ago. It was like September 4th, and a lot of people their complaints about it where you don't feel like superheroes, and that's kind of a big issue when you're marketing a superhero game, is if like you get to play as Captain America, Thor, but you feel really lame while doing it, whereas in this game, in the Arkham series, they both made you like the Arkham series made you feel like Batman, the new Spider-Man series makes you feel like Spider-Man, and that's something that isn't always done accurately in superhero video games, and they just demolished it with Spider-Man. You feel so good, you feel so good as Spider-Man. But I also heard that this technically isn't a sequel or the second Spider-Man game. It's like an in-between story. So it has a lot of the same mechanics that the original Spider-Man has.
Yeah.
But just geared more towards Miles Morales. So you have a few new abilities.
Well, yeah, because they're basically kind of like a DLC pretty much is what kind of what it is. Yeah. You kind of think about it, but I think it's still gonna be good. I hope it's a little longer this time around, where I could play nonstop. It still take me a week.
I also think that this game might suffer from having an underwhelming villain. I mean, you have this really popular character in Miles Morales, and then
especially now.
Yeah, he's huge.
Ever since like the Spider-Verse came out, dude, he can become a huge character.
Which I really hope that's a freaking DLC skin for Miles Morales.
It has to be. I mean, if they add the Sam Raimi skin in the last one, there's no doubt. Or they even added like the Spider-Man version in the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
There's no doubt they're gonna add the Miles Morales skin as well.
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
About it.
I'm gonna roll around in that the whole time. But
with the Nikes.
Yeah, the Air Force One.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
So clean.
Oh, with the jacket and the shorts.
Yeah,
I want that skin too.
But the thing is that so you got this amazing character in Miles Morales, and your villain is the Tinkerer. Did you see?
I actually don't know too much about that guy.
So the Tinkerer was in actually Homecoming. You know the chubby guy who like made all the Vulture's gear?
Oh yeah.
That's
me
the
look this guy up.
Tinkerer.
Is it really?
Yeah, and that's the main villain of, well, at least in the trailer that they dropped, that was the main villain in the trailer. So it sounds like it's actually a girl in the trailer. So it sounds like she's gonna be the main villain. And I'm like, wow, you couldn't think of anybody else, like no one that might be his uncle, you know, like you couldn't get the Prowler.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're still gonna get some villains. They might throw a curveball. I'm like, yeah, you guys thought this was the main villain, but he's not. You know, maybe
Even the
something
name
like
is kind of lame. I mean, it's like remember Guardians of the Galaxy where they made fun of Taserface. It's kind of the same principle here. That's such a lame guy to put in.
Like what? Who? Like Spider-Man? Who are you fighting? I'm fighting Doctor Octopus. I'm fighting
Rhino. There's
Mr.
Vulture.
Negative, and then Miles is like the Tinkerer.
The Tinkerer. Yeah.
Who knows? I feel like they might throw a curveball. Like, yeah, you guys, like we said it, but he's not actually the real villain, and they'll just add like an actual badass villain.
They're like,
Yeah, I mean, they didn't. Yeah, there's no way they're showing off everything. I mean, honestly, the gameplay still looked pretty fresh and new.
Yeah, it did.
Even though it's kind of like just the same old thing, but it still looked like, oh, shit, I'm definitely gonna buy this. There was even a reference to Homecoming in that in the gameplay. Did you guys see that?
when he's on the bridge? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and he pulls the bridge together like how Tom Holland Spider-Man did with that boat in Homecoming.
So that's like my favorite thing that Spider-Man does. Like if you look in like the original Sam Raimi movies, he like stopped the train.
Oh, and he was like, oh, that worked last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then in Homecoming, he like pulled the boat together. And in this one, when you see Miles like pulling the bridge together, I'm like, that shit is the shit I like about superheroes. Like, oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Well,
we do have the list of games that we're looking forward to. Let's start off with. I think we're going down as in like our least, favorable to the most ones we're looking forward to, and this one I was like, I'm not really a huge fan of this kind of series, so I didn't really. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the graphics looked amazing. Probably not gonna pick it up, but the one I'm talking about is Hogwarts Legacy. So it's gonna be a Harry Potter movie.
It's like
a game.
Yeah, Harry Potter game, but I want to be honest, like the trailer for me was probably the weakest trailer overall because it really didn't give you any information because it just kept like, are we going to be able to create our own character, pick our own houses? Are we able to, if not, what character are we playing as? Is this a new character? When is this set as a game? It left me with a lot of questions and not in a good way. My question at the end of the trailer wasn't really like, man, when does this game come out? It was, what is this game about besides being at Hogwarts? Is there an overarching story? And it was the first trailer that dropped, but still, I was like, come on, at least give me something,
Yeah, I mean,
hint towards anything.
I'm pretty sure it's like a little teaser, I believe, is what it was. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna show more stuff later on with trailers and show more of the story, what's gonna be going on. But
Were they just cinematics that they showed off too?
Yeah, it was mostly cinematics.
It doesn't really give you much.
Maybe there was a little gameplay, but like no control.
Yeah, like the cutscenes.
I mean, if we were Harry Potter fans, we'll probably be like hyped as fuck for this game. Like, oh my god, dude, Hogwarts, dude. But I was like, I was never really a Harry Potter kind of guy. I never got into it. I mean, I've watched the first movie, got bored, so I never did even bother watching the rest.
Yeah, I have friends who are super big Harry Potter fans, and they didn't even text me about this. They texted me about other games that were on the list. So
Yeah.
Trailer.
Well, yeah. So that's probably the one that I was like, brush out to the side.
The weakest one for sure, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
The next one is Final Fantasy 16.
Okay, so I had no idea this trailer was Final Fantasy. I'm gonna be honest. I was watching it and I was like, "Yo, this game looks so cool." I mean, I love anime, so that design of the characters already was like a huge standout to me. So I was like, "Yep, I'm definitely into this. They're selling me. I'm into it. Like, what is happening?" And they kept talking about stuff, and I was like, "I have no idea what's going on, but I'm into it." And then it was like, Final Fantasy 16, and I was like, I'm fucking buying this game. I was like, wow, it's a complete shock to me. I had no clue that it was Final Fantasy. I'm not even like a really hardcore Final Fantasy. I know that's like, some people are like, wow, that's a gaming sin, but it's just never was the game.
Yeah, it's like
for me.
Like same here. Like I never played any of the Final Fantasy games, and when I heard this one looks really good, I was like, I might pick it up, but I was like, but I don't know any of the stories. But I had a friend who told me, he's like, oh, like each game is pretty much their own story, so you don't really have to follow. It's like if anything, they bring back some characters that fans love. So, maybe look some videos about their backstory. But that's pretty much about it. But he was like, you can pretty much play any of the Final Fantasy games in any order that you like, because it's not the same story. They're all different. So I do like that.
Like, I didn't even know they were still making Final Fantasy games. I thought it was just like a remake. Like, they kept remaking 7 so many times. I was like, well, this story must be done.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be around when Final Fantasy 50 comes out.
Hopefully.
These are open world games, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, they're open world games. Imagine like a Skyrim kind of, like it's a hack and slash kind of game, and you have like spells and powers and abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason I'd ever pick it up. It's because it's an open world game. I mean, honestly, I was never into Final Fantasy, but I mean, I do like the fact that it's open world. That's like kind of my thing. That's like my most liked genre when it comes to video games. If it's open world, you have my attention. But I don't know. I never really cared for Final Fantasy, the whole franchise.
Yeah, Well,
the trailer looks cool though. I'll give it that. But I mean, other than that, I have no real interest. Maybe I'll pick it up, but I can't guarantee it.
So before we get to the next one, I know it's confirmed that this is coming to next gen, and I was like, really? It's another Skyrim game, pretty much. But like,
Just
how do you feel about GTA 5 coming to the next gen consoles?
Gosh, I don't know what Rockstar was thinking when they've showed off their logo at the first Sony event. I thought that was a really dumb move. I think it's just dumb to keep milking the crap out of GTA 5 and putting it into the third generation of consoles too. That kind of pissed me off. I mean, I probably wouldn't care if they put it into the I don't care that they're moving it to the third generation. What pisses me off is that there was a trailer for it at the Sony event for GTA 5, and it's a little frustrating. I really wish they would just announce GTA 6 already. I don't really care for GTA 5 anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like Skyrim, dude. Remember how they just added Skyrim and everything?
Dude, you just blew my mind, Chad, when you said third generation, because I totally forgot that GTA 5 came out for the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
That was the original platform that they came out in.
Dude, I was like, when you said that, I was like, third generation? Did it come out in the 360?
Yeah, so it was 360, and then it went to the One, and then I guess you could count PC as like another kind of gen, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And now they're adding.
There were rumors about GTA 6 being an exclusive for PS5, and that they were going to announce it as an exclusive at this event. And oh my gosh, if they actually made GTA 6 an exclusive for a console, that would piss me off. That would just kill all the hype. I would still play it, but I would be pissed off because, I mean, honestly, the reason why GTA 5 has lasted for 7 years is not because of GTA Online, not because of the constant updates. Yeah, that helped. But the fact that you could mod it on PC and the fact that roleplay on there is a thing because it became so popular, that's why GTA is lasting this long. Take out all the PC stuff, all the mods, it's dead. It would be a dead game by now, I would think.
I mean, I was kind of hoping for DLC stories, like how they did with the other GTA. I think GTA 4.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
like they added the Ballad of Gay Tony. They added the Lost and the Damned. And
Lost and the Damned, the biker one, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that one,
yeah.
I love that. And what I like is GTA 5 actually referenced those characters.
Well, you killed them.
And they killed them off.
That's what I love, dude. When I was
they
playing
made him into such a pussy in GTA 5, dude.
Well, that's like.
But I mean, I think it's supposed to tell you like how crazy Trevor is. It's supposed to show you how badass Trevor is. Yeah.
It's showing you like this is like you thought that guy was badass. This
guy
more badass.
Yeah, like this guy destroyed that whole gang that you thought were
yeah.
unstoppable in 4.
I just like when he stomps him out and he pisses on him, right?
No, he stomps him out and then,
spits on him, I think.
Yeah, and then like he goes to his biker gang and he has like a little brain part on his foot.
Oh yeah, it was like brain on his boot. Yeah, that was pretty pretty gnarly.
His brain, and he just picks it off and shows it to him. Like, dude, what a savage, dude.
Yeah, such wasted potential for this game and Red Dead. No single player DLC at all. Just all their money is just pouring into online. And I don't know. I'm kind of sad to see Rockstar, like their reputation is kind of going down the drain with everything they're doing with online stuff. Dude, Red Dead could have all this stuff. They could be doing so much more with the story. Maybe what happened before they had to flee Blackwater, stuff like that. They could have done all this stuff, but they just decided to focus online, and it's just so boring. Anyways, Red Dead Online is just trash.
Yeah, it is.
It's so frustrating.
Bored.
Such wasted potential for that game.
So
Yeah,
I
'cause-
remember when Red Dead 2 was coming out, me and Leo had a talk, and I was like, yo, the online isn't going to be as good as GTA Online.
Mm-mm.
And he was like, yeah, it will be just as good. And I was like, bro, it's set in the Western period. What you can only do so much. Like GTA could be like, hey, we just invented flying cars, and you'd be like, okay, maybe. You know?
Okay, what if they made like a fucking Alien DLC, dude?
Who wants to be? So now you're making
I'm
the
just
freaking
kidding.
movie Alien versus Cowboys.
Dude, imagine that, dude, as a story.
Oh, that'd be pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie. If they did some sort of DLC
Imagine
like that,
Arthur
or like
Morgan,
some little
dude.
story.
Arthur Morgan shooting an alien with the Weston, dude.
Only if they're freaking xenomorphs, dude.
Yeah, if they were like a
um,
DLC or something, I'd play that. That sounds pretty tight, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping for at least a DLC of how they like the events that happened that led up to the Blackwater, event. Like
Yeah, a prequel.
I would like to
prequel.
play as like a young Arthur Morgan and like everyone is all young
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, because they already told us that Arthur Morgan, John already tried to flee already before, so that's why like the game doesn't really trust him as much in 2. So I like to see all that play out because they did give us the glimpse of why John hates Dutch because he left him, and it showed you that's just how he left him, and then how he escaped. How he escaped the whole gang. It showed you like the way Dutch formed like an alliance with an Indian and stuff.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 was honestly one of my favorite story mode games. Like I remember like when the game of the year the awards came out, I was like, bro, it's literally gonna be only Red Dead and God of War this whole event.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was
that's-
a great game.
and that's pretty much what it was. It was pretty much all the awards were either gonna go to Red Dead or to God of War. And if it wasn't for them, it was because it was like, oh, best racing game, best fighting game, like it all went to it was all eyes on Red Dead and God of War. And I was like, dude, this is a really hard decision. Like I think once they were doing the game of the year like award, I was like, honestly, I'm fine with either Red Dead or God of War taking it. I'm fine with either one because those two games are amazing. And then the fact that God of War won it, I was like, you know what? That's big props because they only had story. And that's all they had. Like Red Dead had, multiplayer and their story and stuff. I think Red
Yeah.
Dead 2 was a bigger, more open world, while God of War was open world, but it's more of a level type open world type game where you could like revisit the old ones. It wasn't like as open as Red Dead 2 was, but
for Game of the Year, Red Dead's multiplayer could have been a blow to it if you really think about it, because not a lot of people were praising the Red Dead multiplayer. At the time that the Game Awards were coming out, I'm pretty sure Red Dead was like brand new. I think it came out in like November.
yeah, it did.
or
Yeah,
something
November
like that.
2018.
And so the Game of the Year were probably like, yeah, you can't do anything in the multiplayer, so why would we give that as an advantage to,
And it's
to the game?
Crazy because Red Dead 1 online was fun. The first Red Dead, and there's not much you could do in it, and for some reason it was fun. At least because of the whole zombie like horror stuff, and then the fact that Red Dead 2 multiplayer I played, I'm like, wow, dude. The fact that there's more you could do in Red Dead 2 online, and there's less to do in the first one, but the first one's more fun for some reason. It's weird.
Maybe it's just your memories, but it's the nostalgia.
All right, so enough talking shit about Rockstar. Let's go to the next one that I just found out today because like I was like you, Chad. I kind of joined kind of late on the showcase.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, Deathloop.
Deathloop.
Don't even know what that is.
Okay,
Let me look that up.
So, Deathloop was by far probably the most shocking game to me because I went into this honestly being like, I don't know. Like the only games I'm looking forward to, much like you, Chad, were like Spider-Man and God of War, and that was really it. So I was like, I'm not really looking forward to any of these games. And then I saw the trailer for Deathloop, and oh my god, dude, I was so into it. Like basically, you play as this character that keeps like he has to kill these 8 people in one night, and if he doesn't, the whole night starts over. And everyone on this island is trying to kill him, and if he dies, the loop starts over. If he doesn't kill all 8 by the time midnight strikes, the loop starts all over. So you have to find like new creative ways to like kill these people, and it's a first-person shooter. And it looks so fun. Like you have like it looks like you can customize your guns. You have a like cool takedown abilities, like you sneak up on someone, like snap their neck or like stab them in the head. And you have this like weird gauntlet that you could like teleport you, or you could like pull someone to you, or could push someone away from you, or can like lift them up and like freeze them in midair and shoot them. Like it reminds me if you guys ever played Quantum Break.
I did watch gameplay for a little bit of that. It was pretty interesting, but I think I just I didn't get to finish watching it.
I mean, because like the art style of the game reminded me of like a Dishonored type art style. like the very cartoony look, and then also like a little bit of Team Fortress as well. It's kind of like that kind of art style. It's more cartoony more than realistic, but I think that's what
Reminds me
makes
of
it fun.
Bioshock. From what I'm looking at right now, it kind of reminds me of Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah.
it
Actually,
did
yeah,
give me-
I could see that. I could see that.
It gave me like also like in the trailer if you watch it, it gave me like a lot of 80s vibes, like an 80s spy movie. Like
Yeah,
even the
that's true.
songs they play,
Right.
like, it reminded me like Archer and Cowboy Bebop.
But then even like the art style too, like
Yeah.
when as like the little like the letters show up, like, oh, I'm this guy and this is my duty, and it's just like a little classic little like James Bond type movie.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty dope. You got me hyped for it. I mean, I think I did see the trailer for it, but hearing what it's about, oh my gosh, this sounds super cool.
it's
Is this
like
a PS5 exclusive?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so.
Oh, so I have to get a PS5.
But yeah,
Damn
but
it.
I never knew about it till Ryan brought it up. I'm like, you know what? That actually looks really good. I think I'm gonna pick that up as well. I don't think is it gonna be launch exclusive, or it might be like later on after launch.
It might be later on, but you know what I was hoping for? I was hoping maybe they'll show it later. But think about how fun a multiplayer would be in that. Just like a versus, like a
Dude,
all-out brawl, like a 1v1.
kind of like an AC type.
Yeah, like an Assassin's
online
Creed style.
By the way, I'm still disappointed that they don't add online to AC anymore. It was so fun.
I'm sad they changed the combat in AC, but
I mean, it's more, I guess, because I mean, it is more parry and then just press this button and you kill the guy automatically, and it's
Yeah.
more actually you gotta pick your dodge and you gotta do this and that. But there's no AC. I don't think they even showed AC in the showcase.
no,
did
they
they?
didn't
Yeah, they
at all.
didn't.
But I think
Dude,
about,
this
like,
is tight.
Like think about.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at videos right now, and this looks really good.
Yeah, but Chad, imagine that game, but a multiplayer,
Uh-huh.
like four.
Yeah.
Like, let's say like a
Maybe there is. We just don't know yet.
yeah, like maybe 4 people in a match, and you just have to go through and just like assassinate each other, and each your assassin has different abilities. Like you could even use the 8 characters that are already in the game, like
Uh-huh.
because you have to kill the 8 people. So maybe if they had multiplayer, you could play as one of those 8 characters, trying to kill each other. I think that would be really
Yeah.
That or co-op too would be pretty tight.
Co-op too.
yeah, because of the other assassin, and it looks like you get to play as her too.
Yeah, dude, this is cool. Oh my gosh. What a great idea.
It's a very unique game, and honestly, when I saw it, I wasn't really hyped for any game except for Spider-Man: God of War. And after I watched it, I was like, "Yo, this looks really good."
Yeah, I'm
super
looking
into
forward to this. Maybe I do have to get a PS5.
No, and that just proves it as well, because the fact that
Leo's dog just walked in.
Jesus. But I guess like also like the reason why, like I saw like a tweet, it was saying that it's pretty funny how like a lot of these game companies try to, they're all out to make the most beautiful game and everything and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Fall Guys and Among Us are like no graphics, but are the most playable games right now at the moment.
Yeah.
Breaking records,
I never
by the
got into
way.
Fall Guys, but Among Us is actually pretty fun.
Among Us is fun. I
Um,
think at one point they had 1 million players playing at one time. 1 million on Steam.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
But
It's it's getting all this attention from the streamers and the YouTubers and all that.
it's fun.
It's just
I
a
love
simple.
it.
It's just a simple game if you really think about it. It's like
Yeah, it's $5.
virtual Clue. You know
Pretty much, and you just gotta be a good liar.
exactly.
I mean, if they had voice
Yeah.
chat, that would make the game a lot more better.
Listen.
If they had voice
Have you
chat.
guys heard of the game Mafia, like the card game? Like you play with your friends, you just get like a deck of cards or whatever, and you play Mafia. Have you heard of that?
No, but it's I know Mafia is similar to. Have you ever heard of a card game called Coup?
No, I've heard of it, but don't know what it is.
Dude, we'll definitely have to play. It's super fun. It's all about lying. You get like character cards and shit. So each character does like a different job, and then there's like you're all just trying to basically like your cards are face down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Your cards are face down, so no one knows what you have, and then you just kind of like fuck each other up and like who killed this and like you're like,
Yeah, it's great about this game. Like I never heard of another a game like Among Us until now, so I guess that's why it's so popular. It came out in 2018. Do you guys know that?
Really?
no.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's getting all this attention. I don't know who started it first, but
Wonder why.
yeah, now they're gonna make a second one. So looking forward to that.
But yeah, I did hear they're making a second one, and because like they did say they're like, yeah, I think we'll make a whole new one instead of just updating the current one. Which I mean, I don't
Yeah.
mind. I was like, yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for the.
It makes sense. I mean, it's so outdated looking and all that.
Yeah, like I'm down for them to make up new ideas instead of using those ideas in the first one, and then when they do make a second one, then like they have like no ideas at all anymore.
I'd like to see a 3D one.
That would be really cool.
Like
a third
shitty
person,
3D, like a Gmod 3D.
Yeah, like that. That'd be fine. Yeah.
But one of the things I would be afraid of is if they updated it, is like making something too complicated. Like what I think is really good is that everyone has a job task in Among Us. You go through and you do your job and then you move on. What I'm afraid is that they would be like, oh yeah, but this character does this now.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't want that. Yeah, I like how simple it is.
I think more maps, of course, would be awesome. I would want them to add voice chat because I hate texting with random people. Like it's a game to play with friends. So you can't play with
I feel like voice chat would make it a lot more fun. I would be more happy to play with randoms if that were the case. But because it's just text, I don't feel like playing with randoms.
Yeah, no, and then me and Tyler were playing. It was me and him with other randoms, and dude, these randoms are just brain dead, dude. Like, I would, be doing a task on like the upper right and that one grass, the purple grass in the med bay in the top right corner. I'll be doing like a task. I'll go over just to turn the lights, and then I'll see dead body reported, and I'll be like, oh, I saw this body. I came from med bay, and they'll be like, it's him, and they all blow me off without even like me explaining to protect myself. Like, they just blow me off right away, and I'm like, these guys don't even give me a chance to like protect myself on what I was doing, and I was even the imposter, dude. Like it really pisses me off. I'm like, I'm not playing randoms ever again, dude. I hate playing with randoms a lot.
The best one I saw so far for like trying to take the blame off of yourself is some guy was on Discord with his buddies and he sent a PowerPoint presentation in.
I seen that one. That was a good one.
He's like, this is why I didn't do it.
He's like, I'm not the killer. Boom. I'm a good crewmate. I do all my tasks. I finish them all within like a span of this minute. Next slide. And I think he said he had 5, but he only said 4. And they're like, where's your 5th one? He goes, I forgot. All right, put him off. And they all voted him off.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
I also like the one where it was like, I saw it was really sad. It was like a guy like saw someone get murdered. He saw who did it. The guy ducked or hid. And then a bunch of people came behind him and like alerted it. And they all voted him off. And then they're all standing there watching him, and it's like, oh, like we got the imposter, and it pops up, nah, imposter, and all the little guys start crying. They're like, oh no.
All right, so next game is gonna be the one that we all could talk about. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I was like, I feel like we already did this one at the very beginning.
Yeah, I feel like we did.
So I mean, I guess what we could say.
I mean, we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to it. I hope the Tinker is not the main villain. I'm pretty sure they will throw a curveball at us. I mean, they kind of did that with Spider-Man, how Doc Ock seemed like this good guy, but then of course he actually became like the main villain of the whole story. So because I knew the Sinister Five, I just want to say, was the best thing that they added in the game.
Yeah.
I hope the next one they add Kraven, which I heard was also a rumored villain that's going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. But I hope they add Kraven as the next villain in the next Spider-Man game when they do with Peter. Or at least kind of like a GTA thing where you could switch between them.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty nice for the next Spider-Man game.
Or just include that now in this one. It'd be really cool is after you beat this one, like, you just go and do a couple like side missions with Peter. That'd be cool. Or I actually heard that what they're gonna do is before they even release Spider-Man 2, like the next like main title, is they're actually gonna go Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then Ghost Spider, which is Gwen Stacy.
Oh. And then so hot.
Yeah. And then they're gonna go Gwen Stacy, and then the second Spider-Man is gonna be into the Spider-Verse style.
Nice.
And I was like, I am so down for this. Please.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Another thing I'm looking forward to is references to the previous game, and also I want to see like some more like Oscorp stuff. I know they're probably saving that for Peter's story, but they left me so hype at the end of Spider-Man where freaking you see like the Venom hand come out to like greet Norman's hand at Harry. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, what the hell?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember this part. I probably do, but now I maybe I forgot about it. Oh my gosh. No way. Venom?
Yeah, so at the end of, I think it's the after credit scene, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my gosh.
So the after credit scene of Spider-Man, Norman Osborn goes and sees, or like he opens like a room in his office, and it's Harry, his son, like floating in a green tube with a bunch of black goo on him, and Norman the Green Goblin sticks his hand on the glass, and a black, like you see like a black goo come and kind of make the shape of a hand against the glass. I was like, Venom.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. That is gonna be so awesome.
That's gonna be amazing, Spider-Man.
Imagine getting
You know,
Tom
we know
Hardy
it'd be
voice acting.
crazy if they pull off like a, in GTA 5 you can play as 3 players. If the next Spider-Man after Morales, they let you play as both Morales and Peter Parker.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
It would be. I think that would be definitely sick. I'm kind of hoping they do it now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Like that way we're not waiting for it. You can just be like, because they already have like the tech. It's already built off of the previous game, so it wouldn't be that hard. I don't know. I don't make games, but I don't think it would be that hard to just be like, yeah, you can like a certain mission, like a side mission, you have to go and help Peter, and you get to choose which one you get to be. You know, it doesn't even have to be like a big part of the story. It could just be like, hey, I need your help, and he's like, okay, cool. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Resident Evil 8 was the one that really got me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. Like I saw like a very dark premise, doing the whole trailer. I'm like, what game is this? I was like, oh, horror game. I'll probably pick it up. And it says Village, and I'm like, Village. I was like, that's a weird name for a game.
Yeah.
And then it like highlights all like the I's and like the A's. I'm like, and it goes to Resident Evil 8. I'm like, oh shit.
Dude, okay,
yeah.
Super fun fact. I heard this today on like Instagram. Someone like posted on Instagram. It was like one of those, like a meme. It was like Resident Evil 8 is the first main game to have an actual title. So it's usually like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Well, now it's Resident Evil 8
Village.
Yeah, Resident Evil 8 Village. And it's also like one of the first games to have a main character from the previous game. Like usually all the characters are kind of in it, but like one main character in 2 isn't the main character in 3. This one, the main character in 7 is the main character in 8. Which I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They must really like this character, or really like the vibes he put off in the 7th game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I know Leon was a huge fan favorite character, and I know they brought him back in 6. People were hyped, like, oh my god, but I don't think 6 was even that good, was it?
I don't remember.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I didn't play it. Oh wait, was it 6? Wait, no, 6 or no 7. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about 7. Never mind.
7 was the
like, first person one.
Yeah, first person one.
Yeah.
Which I heard it's more fun on VR, by the way.
I believe it, dude.
Oh god, I think I'd shit my pants, dude. I watched the Rad Brad play the whole thing on YouTube, and oh my gosh, just the jump scares alone in that movie, man. I mean, that movie game. Like I had to watch it like my hand over my head, basically.
Yeah, because like I know with the whole exclusive PS5's coming out, I was either thinking about streaming it. I think I'm gonna stream them. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna post them on YouTube, but. I'm streaming all of them for sure.
One thing I thought was cool is there's actually a Resident Evil comic book, and it has like a werewolf in it, but it came back a long time ago, and they haven't made a reference to that comic book until in Resident Evil 8.
Dude, I love werewolves so much, dude.
Dude, well they're in Resident Evil 8. That's
so
werewolves
fucking sick.
and witches. That is so freaking sick. Like it's because usually it's like zombies and like different style zombies, but now we're freaking fighting werewolves in a snowy mountain in a castle. It's giving me so many, and it's actually set in like Europe, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so into this. Like, it's giving me such like old school monster vibes that now I get to go freaking fight them. This is like the werewolf game I've always wanted.
I want like a very dope like betrayal in that. Like, let's say werewolves are the main villains of the story. You have a partner with you, and then out of nowhere he just transforms, and you're forced to kill him. Kind of like a Attack on Titan type vibe.
Oh, like
when you're just, I mean, Chad doesn't know what we're talking about, but like Reiner and was it Bertel? Yeah, like how you know to love him, and then when he just throw that curveball, like, oh yeah, we're Titans and we're gonna kidnap Eren.
But the thing is, I don't think the wolves are necessarily like the main villain. It's the witches. I think the witches are, because there's like a lot of them in the trailer. If you like break frame by frame, there's a ton of witches in the trailer.
All right, so next game is a game that I'm gonna get because I've played this back in the PS2 times, and I really love. Me and my dad used to play, actually, me and my dad, and it's really fun. The new Ratchet and Clank game's coming out.
Oh, that looks really cool.
It does. It's like Rift something. I forget what the whole name was.
Among Worlds. Well, I think it's cool they're separating them.
Yeah, Because I remember when I first played Ratchet and Clank, I was like, dude, this game is amazing, and I played like some of the other sequels, but I'm getting this Ratchet and Clank. It looked really fun, especially with like the graphics that they had like back from the PS2 compared to now. It's like a huge difference, of course.
Yeah.
But
I did play it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. But like yeah, like this game, it looks smooth with the controls. Like when you saw him dodging over like the projectiles, like it looked really smooth. I'm like, dude, this game looks really good.
It just looks a lot of fun.
It is. It does.
I think that
I did play those games when I was in like I don't know. I was still in grade school, elementary school. I enjoyed them. I just don't remember what I was doing because I was such an idiot. I just kind of played games just to play them. I didn't really care what I was doing.
Yeah. True.
You know what I would like to see? I know we're off topic here, but you know what I would like to see? I'd like to see like Jack 4, Jack and Daxter or something.
Oh, dude, me and my dad played all 3 of them, and they're so amazing, dude. I love the Jack and Daxter games. Dude. They're awesome, and I think people have been actually asking for a 4, dude, and Naughty Dogs have been busy though.
See, I'm blessed because my games, like I played a lot of. Now I totally just freaking forgot my train of thought, but I played Crash Bandicoot. A lot of Crash Bandicoot as a kid. And
on the PS1.
Yeah, and they had consistent games through. Like I had it on Xbox and the 360.
We need a Twin Cincinnati remaster, dude. Twin Cincinnati was my favorite Crash game of all time.
Did you ever play? My favorite one is Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing.
Oh, dude, I also dude.
That
was a fun game, dude. Jesus.
It was so much fun. I remember being like, I was the same thing like you, Chad. I just remember like not knowing how to play and just running around and racing, and fucking smashing boxes.
Because it's funny because like back in the day with the PS2, you know how you needed a memory card to save your progress.
Yeah.
Like my dad had his memory card, but I never had mine, so I'll always replay the same levels of every game I played, and that was a case so I didn't care.
Yeah.
So I just replayed them over and over and over and over again, dude. And I would like just memorize the map. I'm like, dude, this map is easy. I could do this shit already. Of course, this one I'm like, but I know Chad is probably gonna be talking about it. The next game is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So how's your thoughts on those, Chad?
So the campaign looks pretty tight from what they showed off and from what I've been hearing about the other campaign missions. It sounds pretty cool. But I played the Cold War Alpha, and I don't think I'm a big fan of multiplayer right now. I guess what's it called? One of the rare people that liked multiplayer in Modern Warfare. But I enjoyed the gunplay in that so much. I thought it was so cool how detailed the guns were and all the new things they added with the gunplay. And when I played the Cold War Alpha, it just felt like we went back a little bit, like a few years back, you know. I kind of feel like, I could be wrong here, but I kind of feel like they're just kind of running Black Ops Cold War off of nostalgia, you know, with how Black Ops 2 was and all that. They did bring a lot of things back, and they took a lot of things out from that they didn't include a lot of the new things from Modern Warfare, like mounting your gun, stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like Modern Warfare really set the bar really high with the level of detail with the guns, and I loved all of that in Modern Warfare. So seeing it in Black Ops Cold War, how the guns were kind of like, I mean, they're obviously detailed. I mean, it's a gun, and a Call of Duty game, of course, it's going to be detailed, but it's just not as detailed as Modern Warfare, and I'm a little bit sad by that.
Yeah, because like for some reason, like now I don't know what happened in the change of way that I see games now. Like I'm never hyped for a Call of Duty game anymore. Like I remember back when I first played Modern Warfare 2, like Black Ops was coming out, I was hyped. Modern Warfare 3 was coming out, I was hyped. Black Ops 2, I was hyped.
Yeah.
I think after Black Ops 2, that's when I was like,
Didn't Advanced Warfare come after Black Ops 2?
Did.
I actually liked Advanced Warfare. That was the first Call of Duty that I owned myself, because I didn't have a console till around that time. I actually enjoyed that one. It was pretty cool. I think I still like it today, but I wouldn't want another one of them.
Well, that's it for Chadoy. See you later, Chadoy.
What the hell? I thought you were legitimately ending the podcast. I was like, wait, are we really on track?
No.
Damn, okay.
My favorite. You know what I will say about Advanced Warfare? I really had fun with the zombies. I remember.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I can't lie about that. That was cool.
Constantly played the zombies, and it was so much fun.
I don't know. Just for some reason, I just don't. Because like, if you kind of think about it, all the new games coming out with Call of Duty, they're trying to get your attention from nostalgia stuff.
Yeah.
Because it kind of just proves that like can't do shit about that. One thing that that a company that is doing stuff right. It's I think it's Raven that's doing it. It's Call of Duty Online, which is only available in China. And I think their way of doing it is the way Call of Duty needs to be playing now, because since there's so much other games, and since people aren't really coming out with ideas anymore, and when they do, they're kind of shit because it's not what fans are asking for. But what Call of Duty Online is doing is it's like every gun from every Call of Duty, every single map from every Call of Duty, every single game mode from Call of Duty, every character, but pretty much like everything that you've seen in Call of Duty put into one game. And just add a little more, skins, gun skins, more camos, new guns. But it's just the same maps, same guns, and like you see woods there, same kill streaks and everything. And they're just continuously updating the game like every single time, which I think.
Yeah, I guess that's when Warzone comes in, because Warzone's going to be free, I guess forever. And they're adding, like, you keep everything. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but you keep all your characters from Modern Warfare Warzone. You keep all the characters and the guns, blah 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 blah. And they're transferring a lot of the stuff over that you're in Warzone to the Cold War Warzone. So I guess that's where we're talking about with the Call of Duty Chinese stuff or whatever is going to be coming into Warzone.
So I think that's the route that Call of Duty needs to take at this moment, because I think just coming out with the new game every year just kind of burns out, which things happen with me. Like I just got burnt out. I'm like, another Call of Duty game.
Oh, no.
Like whatever.
I was really hyped for Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
I thought it was so cool. The campaign in that, I loved it so much. I loved all the references to like 13 Hours, the movie, Zero Dark 30. The clean house missions were my favorite, where you just go inside this claustrophobic house and you go clear rooms and all that. That is so cool to me. I mean, I'm looking forward to Cold War's campaign, but I don't think it'll be able to top my experience in the Modern War. I finished that in one night. It was so awesome.
Yeah, like and they also took a gamble with changing up Price's voice actor too. He took a gamble on that because it could have either went shit or it could have been awesome.
He did really good.
Yeah, like that voice actor played a really good Price. Like I think that was Price at his best, because that's when Price was mean.
I didn't think about it, and I didn't even, like, when I first heard him in the trailer, I didn't even think anything of it. I just thought he was cool. I don't know. I like all the mod. I'd never like going back in time too much, or going forward in the future. I like all the modern day tactics and all that. I think that is just so cool. Nothing's ever really going to beat that for me. So I'm going to be hyped when the next Modern Warfare 2, next Modern Warfare game is announced. That's when I'll be the most hyped. Cold War, sure. I think I'm more excited for the campaign and zombies. Multiplayer, not too much. I don't really care for that too much after playing the alpha.
Yeah, because I mean, no, me, like, I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm not going to pick it up in opening day. I'll probably eventually get it. Just not. My eyes are set towards more other games at the moment, and that we're gonna talk about in a bit.
What I think is Modern Warfare, like the last game's best strong suit, is that it had just the right amount of new and old. You know what I mean? Like, cause like how you're saying, like a lot of these games they base themselves on like nostalgia and all this other stuff. Like I think this was a perfect mix of stuff, which is obviously the stuff that happened before Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4, and kind of like you're going, by the time the game ends, you're kind of going into those events, you know?
Yeah. And I just like all the modern day stuff. Like all the modern day guns just look so damn cool to me and all that. You know, I don't really care for these old guns and Black Ops or Black Ops Cold War or World War II or the new futuristic guns. All the gun, like, dude, just an M4, a deck that M4 and all that in Modern Warfare is so cool to just look at. It's just so badass. I'll never be hyped for. I mean, I'll think they're cool, but I'll never be as hyped as I was for Modern Warfare after seeing all the stuff they put into it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, so the next one is the one that a lot of people were hyped for. Like, I saw it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And then I guess like it's actually like a fan favorite game, and it's Demon Souls.
Demon Souls looks so sick in my opinion.
Yeah, because I know it's a remake, or actually I guess remake / reboot, because they're pretty much changing the whole thing. So it's the same story characters, but they're changing up like the gameplay, damage done and stuff like that. Like they're really reimagining the whole game pretty much.
I just like when I see that, because at the end, you know, they show you that fucking fat ass dragon.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I cannot wait for this. And one of my buddies, he texted me, he goes, I'm so ready to snap my PS5 controller playing this game. And I was like, yes, me too. I'll be right there with you.
I think that's one of the reasons.
Oh, it's like Dark Souls?
Yeah, it's pretty much like Dark Souls, yeah. That's basically what it is, pretty much.
Oh no.
The reason why I really want to get it, after playing the first God of War, not the PS2, like the PS4 version, I really liked the challenge, stuff of the games, because I wasn't really a challenge kind of guy. I was more like I'm just fucking running gun people and stuff. But after playing God of War and like beating the last Valkyrie, people that play the game know what I'm talking about. That last Valkyrie you fight, I spent, I think, almost an hour and a half just fighting this Valkyrie. I was like, I'm not gonna go to bed until I defeat this Valkyrie, dude, because it's pissing me off. And I was getting super mad too. And and then once I beat her, dude, like I had such accomplishment just beating that Valkyrie, like. And I after that night, I'm like, I need to start playing more of these challenging games. So like I know Bloodborne's gonna come in that PSN 100 top games. So I'm getting Bloodborne for sure. I'm gonna get Demon Souls. I'm gonna play Dark Souls. I'm gonna get around to play those. But like I really like that accomplishment of completing something that was really challenging, and I think that's better than getting a fucking chopper gunner and getting the nuke and MW2, because it is challenging. But like you could literally just camp in a room and then get it that way. While there's in like the God of War and Demon Souls, you gotta dodge right, because even like messing up from like a millisecond of something, you're dead.
One dodge and
you screwed up.
Yeah, those games are so like, they fulfill you for real. Like when you're playing and you beat a boss and it took you so long to do it, those are the games that really make me love gaming again, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of challenging games.
Chad, I want to set up this joke because I'll send you this video real quick of Jack Black.
Oh,
Jack Black.
It's a really good review. He actually went into details about a game.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you this video of Jack Black, and basically we're just gonna clip this in and talk about one of these games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna bring it up, and then we'll talk about the next game.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
But pretty much the next game is Five Nights at Freddy's that's coming out.
Guys, I played the new FNAF, and it's pretty good.
All right, so the last game that we're gonna be talking about is one that didn't even show much. They just showed a little logo, and that already hyped me up for all the other games that just came out. Of course, it's God of War, which I'm thinking they're gonna call it God of War Ragnarok, which is like a perfect name for a sequel of a God of War game that's based off mythology, which is pretty much Greeks and Norse mythology and stuff. And honestly, as soon as I saw that, dude, I was at the Best Buy website for hours to pre-order my PS5, and I couldn't do it till 12 a.m. because the website was crashed. Yeah, I pre-ordered my fucking PS5 already. But like,
dang, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because it was crazy, because I was literally on the website like trying to because I added it to my cart, and then I just couldn't click proceed to checkout, because every time I clicked it, it would load and then just bring it back to my cart. So I couldn't pass that, like, beyond that point. So I had a micro on my keyboard that I could push a button and it just continuously just click on that button. So I clicked that micro and just left my computer like that for just hours while I was like talking to my friends on the Discord. And then I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna play some Among Us, and I'll check back at 12 o'clock. I think once like 11:50 hit, my Best Buy screen just went to to put your information. I was like, oh, I like stopped playing Among Us. I was like looking for my wallet, couldn't find it. I was like, shit, it's on my truck. Booked it to my truck, dude. Take out my wallet. I think I forgot to lock my truck. I just went back inside, put in my information, and then it said, all right, your pre-order is in, like we'll text you when it's ready. Dude, I was like so happy. I was like, you know what, I could sleep today. I don't even care, dude. I'm happy. I got my pre-order.
What I love about what you just explained is how you went at the very beginning. You went, I think it's gonna be called Ragnarok. It's literally the title that pops up.
No, because
I think.
Well, because it says Ragnarok is coming. That's what it says. But like, I mean,
if when you see the game on YouTube, it says God of War Ragnarok.
But there's no confirmed time.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it's God of War, Thor's Revenge or something? You don't know, or Odin's Revenge, or Odin's Wrath or something. You don't know.
I do know. It's gonna be Ragnarok.
Why don't you call it God of War Odin and Thor's Revenge or some shit like that?
I still gotta get my hands on that game, man.
Well,
I mean, what's it called? What's up?
Well, because I was gonna say, with the top 100 PS4 games, God of War's on there, so.
Yeah, no, I definitely could. I mean, what's it called? I've always heard about it. I've always seen gameplay on it. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty cool. I just never took the time to play it. But it does seem like a game I would enjoy for sure.
Yeah, dude, it's a game for sure that you're gonna love. I mean, I played the first 4, and then as soon as I played this one, I was like, all right, because I had a friend at work that would like pretty much tell me like what's good and not. And when God of War came out, I asked him, I was like, hey, so how's God of War? He was like, oh, dude, if you ever get a PlayStation, pick up God of War first. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That has to be good if it's coming from him. But then again, he did say Spider-Man was whack, so.
What the
Jason?
hell?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was like he said that as soon as he got Spider-Man, he played it for the first hour, went back and returned it.
That's true.
What is wrong with
I
him?
was like, Jesus, really? And I got it, and I was like, it's not that bad. I was like, what do you mean? Why'd you return
It's not bad at all. It's amazing.
I don't know why he returned it, but yeah. Like,
Who the hell is that guy?
But for sure, in this God of War sequel, I want to see Atreus a little more older, for sure.
Yeah, because I don't want him to be a kid still. I want him to be able to do stuff. I would honestly love to play missions as just him. Like
true.
A couple missions where it's just Atreus.
Yeah, because like his arc was amazing. His whole arc in the game was amazing. You know, coming from like a
Okay.
kid who's bratty.
I'm going to cover my ears soon because I do plan on playing the game.
Well, I'm just saying how he was like a bratty kid, and then he became like, I guess a god, as you can say.
Yeah.
And now
This reminds me of the Last of Us story arc.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Except
The way you're
really
talking about it.
reveal at the end.
And then like I did look at the making of God of War, and a cool thing that I didn't notice was the creator was saying that the whole point of the story was because it's a god, which is Kratos, and then a human, which is the kid, and basically is Kratos is teaching his human son how to be a god, while the son is teaching his godfather or his goddad to be a human.
Oh my gosh.
So pretty much
How
like
wholesome.
yeah, so they're both missing pieces that they both have, and pretty much the whole story is them just bonding with each other, and
Son of a bitch.
yeah, and then there was a really cool bonding scene after you do a mission. I was like, this scene is awesome as shit, even though it was
You're going too far, Leo!
No, I'm not spoiling. I'm just saying that it was a really good scene, and it was just them bonding. And I was like, this is a good.
I'm
scene.
going to expect all. Actually, I actually already expected all of this. Never mind.
But yeah,
I
like,
didn't expect this. It's in the title.
yeah. But of course, the boss fights are also like amazing because in the past games, Kratos is this god who's pretty much unbeatable and destroys huge mountains of people without a sweat. And I was like looking forward to that in this game. There's awesome boss fights, really awesome storytelling. The dialogue is amazing. Voice acting was really, really well done with the kid and Kratos.
And it's motion captured, and the motion captured looked amazing.
Yeah. Oh, and then also, Chad, I think you like this too. Throughout the whole game, there's no loading screens.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Like, have you seen Birdman?
Um, no, actually, no.
Well, that whole movie is in one take. There's no cuts. It's all one take.
Oh shit! Like 1917.
Yeah, I guess like that. Yeah. So the game is like that. So there's no like, oh, you enter a room and there's a loading screen. No, you just see him entering the room and then it's like a new level. So it's like all one take. Like there's no loading screens at all in that game whatsoever, which I really love.
That's pretty good. Yeah. The same with Last of Us. I think there was no loading screen.
Oh yeah.
Last of Us Part 2.
And of course, the upgrades to weapons is amazing. The different outfits you can put on Kratos is amazing.
And just the love that they put in the game, because that was the same time that Infinity War came out, and you could actually have the Infinity Gauntlet in that game.
Oh,
What?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, it's not.
What?
It's not literally like the Infinity Gauntlet, but it's like a very powerful gauntlet that you can make, and you do all these different steps to
And
get
you
it.
have to get like the stones and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
And then
this damn
also,
game sounds
this-
amazing.
and even the side quests are amazing. Like they have.
I might just play it now or something,
Like even like the side quests have good stories. Like they're really good, and like there's just and they're also challenging. Like I couldn't 100% complete it because there's this one little side. It's not really a side quest. It's more like like those games where it's like you break like 100 of these little items.
Yeah.
So there's this thing called Odin's Eye, which is like little birds that you'll see like across each map, and you pretty much just have to throw your axe at them to break it. And I think there's like I forgot how many there was in total. But like I would go back and like very, very carefully look at everything around me, and I couldn't find every single Odin Eye. And then I don't want to go on YouTube look it up. It's like, no, I want to do shit legit. I want to like actually be like, yeah, I did what I'm looking at tutorials. But I couldn't find every single Odin Eye. Like I think you would actually have to look up tutorials if you want to 100% complete the game, which is really hard.
I think I'm gonna get my hands in this game within the next week, honestly. And talking about it kind of sounds really cool.
It's a must play. It's one of those games.
I think you sold me at the Infinity Gauntlet.
But yeah, that's the whole game. Did you already pro your PS5, Chad?
No, I wasn't actually planning on getting it, but I think my mind might change very soon.
Yes. Join us.
I think the Xbox
I think I have
actually-
to, man. I think I have to. I'm definitely probably gonna get it. I'm not gonna get the Xbox, I don't think, because like I said, you can play all Xbox games on the PC, so there's no
That's
point.
true. Yeah.
But I probably will get my hands on the PS5.
It's like I said, the only reason why I was really pushing to get this pre-order was only because of God of War. And then since it's basically only a month away from the PS5 coming out.
Yeah.
And then God of War is coming out in 2021, so pretty sure next November, so I'm pretty sure they're going to release it. Unless it's already done, that they just kind of dick tease us or something, I don't know.
No, I don't think they're done. They would have showed us a little more skin if they had something.
That is true, yeah. But,
If we're done talking about God of War, I'd like to bring the conversation back to another game.
yeah, all right, take the mic by all means.
We were talking about Dark Souls and how it's challenging, blah blah blah. I want to bring the conversation to Assassin's Creed with the direction they're heading.
Valhalla?
Yeah, Valhalla and just I guess the franchise in general. What do you guys think with how that game has evolved from like Assassin's Creed 3, the early ones, to like how it is now?
Well, I know I'm pretty sure Ryan has a lot to say about this.
From the
Sorry, I
evolution
definitely-
of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I remember playing the first one, second, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4. They were fun, but I did wish the combat was a little better though, because it was mostly just, oh hey,
kill.
the icon shows you about to attack. You'll parry, press a button, they're dead. With like I think Odyssey started, and then like, Origins did it, and then now Valhalla's doing it, where they actually have a
Origins
health
was
bar.
first.
Yeah, and then you actually have like a health bar, and you have to actually like keep hitting them until they actually drop and stuff. And then like when they have like little health, that's when you actually do like little execution, and then it shows like a little animation. I do like how there's dodging more to it. From what we've seen in the gameplay, there is bigger brutes, so that you have to approach them with a different mindset, which I like. I do.
Yeah.
And I also do like the fact that like you have your village and you can upgrade it. You have to keep them happy, feed them and stuff. You can play as a guy or a girl. You could raid stuff. I heard the map is super huge, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And also like with the boats, and you're in front of the boats with like the little horn, and you could like do like little and like blow into it and stuff. And your Vikings in the back just rowing the boat for you and stuff. It looks like more. It's like that Viking feel.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
And it pissed me off that people were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you could be gay in this game. Like, well, why does it matter to you?"
I didn't even know that was
Oh.
a thing. Is
Yeah,
that
like
really
you
a thing?
Yeah.
you can be gay, yeah. And people were really outraged by that. I'm like, why does it matter? I was like, it's an option. It's like you're not forced to be gay. It's an option to be
Yeah.
gay. Like it's no.
I
don't
couldn't
know why
care
you
less
get pissed
about the
off.
representation in these video games. I mean, if they're gonna put it in, it doesn't bother me. But
Yeah, like
but yeah,
it's-
it would. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day when I'm playing the video game. Like, oh, this guy's gay. Oh wow, I'm gonna return this right now. I don't care.
yeah,
know.
it's like
Oh man, are you serious? I just slaughtered 1,000 guys with this character, and now you're telling me those guys? Weak.
yeah, like it's.
Worst character.
Yeah,
in video
it's
games.
like I said, like they're not shoving it down your throat. Like you gotta be gay, you have to be gay. No, it's like it's an option. Like you could be gay if you want, but you don't have to. You can marry a girl too if you wanted to. It's like not forced on.
Yeah, I really
on
do
you to
not
be
care.
gay.
I mean, to be mad about those kind of things now, like it's really dumb. I really don't care.
gotta
But
be
yeah,
really
bringing back
against
the conversation to how it's evolved. Valhalla looks really cool. I'll give them that. But when it
does.
comes to I did not like Odyssey. What was before Odyssey?
Origins?
Origins. Man, I did not like that. I don't know. The way Assassin's Creed was before, like it was really story driven, I think. I know it was a really deep story with these games, but now
It is.
like with the recent ones, the voice acting is awful. I never thought any of the stories were really that good anymore. I don't know. I like the simplicity of the combat though. Like in Assassin, like I think Ryan knows this. My favorite Assassin's Creed was the third one. I really enjoyed that one so much. But my goodness, I don't know. I guess they're trying to make you think about your combat now when you fight and all that instead of just hit parry hit. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the simplicity of the old ones.
Yeah, for me, how I see it is my personal favorite game of Assassin's Creed is actually Revelations.
Oh, uh-huh.
I think it's the best story-wise game because you play the first game as Altair, then the next couple games you play as Ezio, and Revelations is the amalgamation of both of the stories that were being told. Well, all three if you want to get technical because you can count Desmond. So it was all three of those storylines becoming. I loved it. And then you get introduced to Connor. Now, I think, in my opinion, this is where Assassin's Creed started to falter. Uh, First of all, Assassin's Creed, think about how many times you just parkoured through the city. You had these giant cities that you were parkouring through. You were climbing these iconic buildings like at the Colosseum, churches, and all these iconic parkouring, and part of going to Assassin's Creed 3, which I'm saying is a great game. It's my second favorite game. I love the American aesthetic. I love how you were a Native American. The parkour was even good because you parkour through the trees. You could parkour through the
Yeah, I love that so much.
But after that, you go into, my opinion, the worst, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. The worst addition into Assassin's Creed was the ships. Like when they were like, yeah, we're gonna have boat combat. That is so dumb to me. I hated that. I'm like, what part of this is assassin like? You know, I get it, you're a pirate, but whatever. What part of this is assassin-esque? I hated it. And then Black Flag not only had a lot of ship combat, but they took away a lot of the amazing parkour, because we're parkour between ships? Not really. You parkour in the vast forest? Not really. Parkour these strongholds every once in a while. It wasn't really that hard. It wasn't really that cool because you were like, this is just a random stronghold. This isn't the Colosseum. Giant churches that are historical. You know, they're just like a random stronghold. And they could never get that spark back, especially after they killed Desmond in 3. Could never find that magic that made Assassin's Creed, from Assassin's Creed 1 to all the way to 3, all those games, fantastic. And after that, I cannot tell you a good game. But the combat wise is, personally, I love the parry, press one button kill, because I'm an easy gamer.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I like that easiness. Like when I shoot people in the head, I prefer them to die. I don't want to hit them a couple. So if I'm gonna be able to stab something, it's the same thing with when I use a sword. In my opinion, that's what makes it. Like,
Yeah.
when I compare it to a game, like how much more real does Rainbow Six feel versus Call of Duty? You know, when you shoot someone, you understand the power of that gun you're using. You're holding these swords and spears, and you're hitting people in the face with them, slashing their throats, stabbing them, and they're just like stumbling back a little bit and coming forward. Whereas the older Assassin's Creed, you felt the power of the hidden blade. You know, you stab someone.
Yeah, I loved the hidden blade. That was the best part.
Exactly. And they died. That was their thing. You were like, oh, that works. That's real. You know, I'm really gonna stab someone and they're really gonna die. They don't have their timeline right. That was another good thing about the original 1 through 3, is it was a very set timeline. You understood it. And then now they're just hopping all over the place to see what's cool, because they're like, oh, Assassin's Creed Origins is the original Assassin's group, you know, but Odyssey takes place before Origins. I mean, we don't even know where Valhalla lines up, because if this is the style of combat that was going on in Valhalla, why is Ezio's fighting style different?
It's I think that's the issue that you pointed out. I mean, it's just less realistic now. I don't think that works with that kind of game anymore. I don't like the way how it turned out. It just feels. I think the biggest thing for me is how cinematic everything felt. I guess when I was first playing Assassin's Creed, and now it's just lost that feeling. It just feels really like I don't know how do you call it, but it just feels not real. You know, it's I don't know how to. I'm at a loss for words here, but yeah, it's just. What's that?
Is it childish or
not childish, but I guess it just feels more like a game and less like an actual, you know.
story?
I mean, it is a game, but I mean, the good thing, the one thing I loved about the old one is how, you know, cinematic everything felt. Like you said earlier, how powerful each weapon actually felt when you used them. I enjoyed all of that, but now, like, yeah, it's kind of like the same way they went with the Division. You know, you got these cool guns, but you're lighting these guys up, and they take a whole magazine, and they're still walking around you. You know, so yeah, I'm not a big fan of that kind of gameplay, that kind of combat.
I'm definitely way more into the someone they die. Like,
yeah,
and I'll agree with you 100%, because I was very hyped for the Division, because, you know, Rainbow Six came out first, and I was like, yo, I love Rainbow Six. This game is so. And
yeah,
came out with the Division, I was like, if Division is like anywhere near Rainbow Six, and don't get me wrong, it was still a very fun game to play. Like, I had a good time playing it, but just like it would make me upset, because especially in the Dark Zone, because there were people who are higher level than you that would just run around and like shoot you and you would die. They have higher weapons. Their weapons were higher. Yours were lower, and it just didn't make sense, because no matter what, if I shoot you in the face with a rifle, you should die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas in the Division, you had to have a higher caliber rifle. And you know what I was really hyped for, since these are all Tom Clancy game, I was really into Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon, yeah.
Because my buddy was like, my buddy Ryan, he was like, oh, it's a mix between Rainbow Six and the Division. When I played it, severely underwhelmed, first of all. I was not into it at all.
You didn't like Wildlands?
I didn't play Wildlands. I played the first Ghost Recon.
Oh, the first ones.
No, there was the one that came out for the PS4 and Xbox One. Not because Wildlands is different. It's the second one that's come out for this generation of console.
Oh, Breakpoint?
Is it Breakpoint? It's the one where you get to fight the Predator.
John Berthenol?
No, I don't think he's in that one.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know what it's called. It's like the first one that came out for. It came out after the Division, First Division, and out after the First Division and before.
I think we're talking about Wildlands.
Is it Wildlands?
I think so.
Okay, well
that was
yes,
like the first
Wildlands.
big.
The one with the drug cartel. I know that's the main story.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I enjoyed that one to a degree. I liked all the. I mean, I guess bringing it back to my love for Modern Warfare. I guess the same reason, same principle here. All the realistic guns, all the you're an operator kind of thing. So I like all that. But yeah, I mean, if you
Chad?
put a real world setting into an RPG game, I don't think it just ever works. I never liked that. Hello.
Dude, you just had the longest cutout ever, and then it clipped back in, and you just freaking speed read or whatever you just said.
Oh my god, I was I was like, wait, did they think I'm stupid? Because there was a long pause there, and I was like, what?
Yeah, you were in the mix of talking, and then it just straight cut out, and I was like, did he forget what he was saying?
Okay, no, so yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah, I think what I was just saying, that real world settings for like these RPG games that Assassin's Creed has turned into, as well as the Division, this does not work. They should stop doing that. I hate that so much.
I mean, I do like the Norse mythology that's going on with Assassin's Creed, because they know since they added, I know they went a little crazy with Odyssey, and I know they added like what was that one dude you fight as a Greek? Because I know it's like Greek mythology, and you fight some. I think it's like a Cyclops. I think you fight a Cyclops.
Yeah, so you could fight the Cyclops. Like there's in Odyssey, there's like certain amount of bosses. Like fight the lion, of like Hercules. Like that fight Medusa, a Cyclops, and there's like a few. Honestly, it's shocking to me because that's my favorite part of that game. Because all the other combat I thought was really lame, like person to person combat. When you got to fight the gods, I was super into that. I was like, if this game wasn't called Assassin's Creed and it was called like Spartans or something, this game would be dope.
Yeah, because like I think I was talking to you, Ryan, about that. I was like, imagine if instead of adding Assassin's Creed, they just called it Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah.
And then it's Norse mythology. Oh, Odin is with us, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be fighting. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see dwarfs making our weapons. Most likely, we're probably gonna see a lot of Odin. We're gonna see a lot of like the little mythical creatures in Norse mythology. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot of that in Valhalla. So it is changing from what it used to be to what it is now.
Yeah,
and it makes sense just to make it something different. Like, of course, the added Assassin's Creed just to make sales, But I mean, I think if they took away the Assassin's Creed title and just left it as Valhalla, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, because look, to go back to what Chad was saying, like, it's way more realistic when you go back to those original games, because like, look, how many like weird stuff how many monsters did you fight as Ezio? 0.
Yeah, no, it was always a human, like a human boss, and they were just really strong or whatever.
They had like an apple of Eden,
Yeah.
Which led to the mystery. Like there was a lot of mystery in like the original Assassin's games, where now it's like there isn't mystery.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, PS5 most likely is gonna win again this year. So I think PS2 of course beat the original Xbox. 360 beat the PS3, PS4 destroyed Xbox One.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing this year.
Yeah, so right now it's 2-1 to PlayStation, and I'm thinking it's gonna be 3-1.
So you really think that? Oh yeah, you're right. I was like, man, I loved my original Xbox, but I also loved.
I think one thing I disagree with you on is the controllers. I really like the Xbox controllers a lot more.
Xbox is more user friendly because it actually fits your hand instead of like Like I did not like the PS4 controllers for some reason. I just didn't like it.
Listen, I got the soft, gentle hands of a lady. All right, the Sony
That's
controller
probably-
fits me fine.
Which,
I know,
which
I
is
hate the
why-
trigger
Yeah.
on a PS4 controller. The Xbox controller triggers actually feel like, triggers. The PS4 triggers feel like,
They're weird.
They're stiff.
I don't know. I don't like it.
But which is why, like, when I saw the PS4 5 controllers, I really digged how they made it more thicker. Kind of like how
Oh
the
yeah, it
Xbox
looks
is.
cool. I
Yeah,
gotta give
actually
them that.
really
It
digged
looks
I was
cool.
like, I was like, I'm gonna love this controller. I just know I am.
I
And
gotta
I'm
get my
gonna buy
hands on it first
some-
before I have an opinion, though.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna buy some Kratos skins to add to my controller and PS5, by the way. But yeah.
All right, Chad.
All right,
Thank
bye.
All right, Chad. Thank you. Thank you for being our first guest ever on the Gamer and the Weeb.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Anytime you want to come on, just let us know. We'll be more than happy. Well, this has been the Gamer and the Weeb podcast, the only podcast that already chose their side for the next console war. Signing off.